So hi, hello everyone. Welcome to the next session of full stack development. I hope you guys are able to see my screen and also you are able to hear my voice. Just let me know, online people, so that we can go ahead. Prashant, you are able to see me and you are able to see my screen and also you are able to listen to me, right? Just respond so that we can go ahead. Okay, yeah, good. Yeah. Kirtana, have you gone through the previous videos? Because you came one day and after that you took break on 2 days. Have you gone through the previous video, yesterday video? So if not, also just to go through that video, Kirtana, and the last recording. If you have any doubt, you can make a note of it. Actually, you can get it if you go through it. Yeah, fine. So from today onwards, try to be regular, okay, so that you won't be having any delay. Fine. So let's not waste our time. Let's get into the subject. So in our previous session, what we have discussed, we have discussed about what? Yeah, formatting tag means how to add text related content to our web page, right? So that aspect we have discussed yesterday. In that, as we know, two types, in two ways, we can able to add the content to our web page. Yeah. What are those two ways? Yeah, good. Headings and paragraphs. So when you are talking about headings and paragraphs, here types. Headings are 6 types. Paragraphs are only one type. So this is up to you have H6, where H1 is bigger, H6 is smaller. By default, the content whatever we write in the headings are bold. Default they are bold. Next comes your paragraph, only one tag called P tag. In that, by default, the text is non-bold, or I can say it's a normal text. If we wanted to apply some extra format that you want to make some certain text of the paragraph to be bold or to be italic or whatever you wanted to do, yes, we can able to. Not only paragraph, in headings also you want to make something to be quotes and all, we can do. For that to happen, we take the help of generally that formatting tags will be there, or we say something like they are like helping or helper tags. Using them, we can able to do that, right? That is also we have seen yesterday. In that we have seen how to add bold and how to add italic, how to add quotations using Q, and how to write some text to be different using code. We have seen, right? Next, mark. Good. So if you want to highlight some portion, next you want to add like power something like a superscript, subscript. Also we have C. Break tag, which is generally if you wanted to break the line, we use some tag called what? Break tag. So that current line, whatever you are actually writing content, that current line, where current meaning is wherever you write break, there that will be broken. Immediately the next content, whatever you write after it, would be starting from the next line, right? That's it. So these are the things we usually learned yesterday, right? Um, Somewhere in the folder, I saved one file name, right? What is the thing I told yesterday? Name sample something. Sample, right? Yeah, something like sample. You can click this. Yeah. So in this, we applied all of these things. Then proper folder structure, right? Already I have one folder. In that only I just added yours. Like yesterday only one file we have created, one HTML file. That's why I just did that. But now I'm just creating one folder now. Like this, you also can create. So in my computer, I don't have drives. That's why I'm just going with the C. But in your computer, don't try to save in C. Always try to save in D drive or E drive or something. Fine. Yeah. So something like full stack. For you, not learning, I'm not required. Something for you like normal full stack learning. In this, usually you have two things. What is that? Front end. One more folder will be like back end. So right now our concentration is on front end, right? Uh, Inside that we will be writing all front end related technologies. Just we started with HTML. Later CSS we can write later. Fine. Now here I want to save the things now. Whatever the things I do, I want to save here. Already have one file, right? Whose name is sample. Yeah, I want to take it from here and I want to keep there. Understood? That's it. Now I want to see the output. Directly double click, we can able to see the output. And I want to edit it. How can we edit it over there? Yeah, just to go to that, select that option already selected. See, this is a normal thing, right? Just normally click, don't double click, normally click and right click option and then go with open with option, then go for notepad so that we can see the code where we can make the changes over there. This is what break tag is about. If you're talking about any content written in the any element, if you write break, immediately next will be starting in the new line, because by default HTML will not preserve the new lines. That is also we have seen. That's it. These are the things which we learned yesterday, right? Just in addition to that, just one thing we will learn, and next we will move to other aspect of HTML. Right? So I'm writing one paragraph. I'm using one extra tag. What is the tag name? Block code. Open block code and then closing the block code. If you are able to see one big paragraph I took in that somewhere I mentioned block quote in that I kept some text over there. Other things normally I continue. Save, and I kept it as the first element of my web page. Right? Just go to the page, just reload that. You're able to see something over there. The complete thing is one paragraph only. Yeah, here to here. Got it, right, Dinesh? So complete. Here to here is the, I'm unable to select properly. Ah, fine. Here to here is the same one paragraph only. But in that, whatever I mentioned as a block code, that is coming with some special spacing, right? From the left side, from the top. Got it? So if why we use generally Q codes, if you want to put any text under quotations, like you feel like some text is a special text, or the words told by one particular person you want to say as it is, then we put generally under quotes. Same works for here also. But if you have some more lines, if you want to pay more attention to that particular text quoted by someone, then it will be like yesterday there was a match happened between the Australia and India. Once the match was completed, at the presentation ceremony, the captain Rohit Sharma said, and after that whatever he said will be there in this particular, you know, content. Understood? Means his exact words will be like this. You can write later, exact words will be like this. Then immediately after that again this sentence will be like, likewise Rohit Sharma expressed his views and all, again same story. You understood? Means this in middle whatever it is there, the text is exact words maybe by that particular person. Got it? See, what I that example I took, but what I mean to say is it is also like a quotation only, but it's not with the quotes, but with some special space so that people can easily, you know, recognize it. So that is what block quote. The word itself is like block. It's a quotation. One separate block will come. This is also one of the formatting tags which we generally use. Fine. So that's it. So with this, we are done with adding text related content to our web page. Now we are going to see other parts that HTML purpose we already knew, right? That is different content. Whenever we wanted to add, we take the help of HTML to our web page. To add the content, we take the help of HTML. In that part of content, we are already done with one part like HTML. In the HTML, one part like text. So HTML is used for adding the content. Fine. In that, when you're talking about the content, different content, already how to add text related content we are done. That is what we discussed, headings and paragraphs and all. Now this time we are going to see how to add the images to our web page. Fine. Yeah. As you guys already know that anything in HTML usually added with the help of tag. If you want to add any content, we have to use the tag. One content, one tag means one special content, one special tag will be. Dedicated tag will be there for each. Fine. Yeah. In the same way, if I want to add image to my web page, there is a tag called image tag, but it's like img. The tag is img. Fine. Yeah. But one thing is different here, that when I talk about normal heading or paragraph, I can write as a user or as a programmer. Inside that paragraph, we can write what to be displayed, but image we cannot write. Logically we can think like image we cannot write. Image should be already existed, that we can add to our web page, but in one quotes, open quotes, closure quotes, we cannot write a image. You understood? Text you can write whatever it's there, but image you cannot write. Means image should be captured with your phone or with camera. You understood, right? That image content first you have to create and you store somewhere. That image we have to add to our web page. Got the clarity? Yeah. Now in this image tag, whenever we add image, we use a special attribute there. The attribute name is src. What is the special attribute? Src. See here, in general, whenever we write anything inside the opening tag, this img is a tag, right? Inside the tag, whatever we generally write, that is called attribute. What we say it as? Attribute. We call it as a attribute. What actually this attribute will do is it adds some extra behavior to your element. Understood what I told? H1 open, close H1, right? Inside that opening H1, if you give some space, then if you write anything, then that is called attribute. In HTML, we have some attributes. For different tags, we have different attributes. In that category, I am talking like, before I talk about SRC, attribute meaning is it is something which is written inside the opening tag and it adds some extra behavior to the element. And coming to this image tag, SRC is the attribute we have to use, whose name is actually source, but whose spelling syntax will be like SRC. Why we use this source? Because just now we discussed that when we talk about images, image first should be existed. Then only we can add to our web page. Where it can be existed, maybe any folder of your computer. You take one image, keep in your computer. Now that image we have to add to our web page. But where is that image? That address we have to pass here. That's it. Assume in the desktop I have image. That image I want to keep in my web page. In the desktop address I should know, right? C colon slash Dell desktop, you know that, right? That address, that path we have to mention here. So SRC is the primary attribute, means main attribute. Without SRC you cannot have image. If you write image, what image will come? Nothing will come. If you put some address in the SRC, then only image will come. So what exactly we do in this SRC is we pass the address or path of the image to be displayed. Understood? So whatever the image we wanted actually to be displayed on the web page, that address we need to mention. Fine. So right now, I don't know whether I have images in my computer. Maybe for some patch, I might have. Okay, some images I downloaded or somewhere I just created. I think just I'll speak to. Just I'm taking these two images. I will try to keep them in my folder. Fine. Our folder is what? HTML folder. In that, this is our web page sample. Yeah. But now, just now I created two images. Create means I just took it. Now I want to create one web page now. This time exclusively for images. Sample page is already there, right? This page is for what purpose I created? Text adding. I want now new page now. That page, in that I want to add the content only which is related to images. For that, how to do? We have to start with what? We have to create a new web page. What to do? What are the steps? Yeah, good. We have to go with the open HTML, close HTML. In that, two primary tags, header tag and body tag, right? Inside the body, we have header tag only title something, but inside the body, actual content we have to write. And this time, this is for what purpose? Images purpose. Good. Instead of I write from the starting, I already just copied the thing. This is what we have to maintain, right? Following. Ah. For the title, web page title, I am writing adding images. Here also just one heading I am writing like add image to web page. Now I have to add the image. But before that, first I have to save my file. Ensure that we are saving in the proper location. Got it? Uh, this is full stack of front end. This is okay. Earlier this location fine, but now I changed, right. Just now I changed the style in the desktop. This one I have created. No, full stack 11 a.m. What is our folder name? Full stack 11 a.m. This is only for one time. Every time you don't require directly it will show the same path because I am now changing the path. Earlier I saved in other folder. No? Yeah. In that front end and here HTML. You can write any name for your web page, but dot HTML should be mandatory extension. Now keep it as all files. Images.html. See now it is showing already existed. Now simply save this. That's it. Now I want to see the output. To see the output, go to the same folder, right? And just now I created, yeah, now reloaded, right? Yeah. What is that web page name? Images. To see the output, you can go right click or you can directly double click. Double click means direct open in the Chrome. Right click means you can open in any of the browser. Fine. Now I go with the Chrome. This is what my web page is about. What I have written in the web page only one H1. What is the title of page? Images, adding images. Fine. Now here I want to add the image. Got it? To add the image, just now we have discussed. What tag we have to use? IMG. Good. So now here we have to use a source SRC attribute, and here we need to pass the address of the image. That whatever the image you actually wanted to add over there, and that address we need to pass there. I think it's clear only. Just to check internet from your end, Kirtan once. Screen is clear. You just cross check your internet connection, Kirtana. Yashwant, is it properly visible? The screen? Just let me know once. Yashwant, are you there? Just let me know that you are able to see the screen properly. Just cross check that Kirtana once. Fine. Now here I want to add one image here. But if see, I did not add any path. I have to add. But when I am talking about that, see what is my web page name? Images.html. Okay. Now I want to add one image here. That image in name is something pic2. Okay, here one image is there called pic2. Some image, it could be anything. I already created some image using paint. Okay, fine, it doesn't matter, it can be anything. And that image is of what type? Yes, jpg type. If you don't know its type also, you can go to that image and you can go for properties option. There you can see it is what type? Jpg file whose extension is .jpg. Fine. But what is our web page name? Images.html, right? What is the file image I want to add? Pic2. Where is pic2 is located? Same folder. My web page is located in the HTML folder. Are you following? This is important. That pick whatever I want to add image, that is also present in the same location. Fine. But sometimes what happens? This may not be present in the same location, maybe in some other location. So when we talk about that placing or the location of the image which we wanted to actually add, that image location may be, possibilities are maybe present in the same folder as that of your web page. If it is present in the same folder, what we have to do is simply we have to write the file name of the image. That's it, with extension like right, maybe a PNG extension or JPG, like that we have to write. Next possibility is that image may be present in the other folder. Understood? That image may be present in the other folder of your computer. At that time, what we have to do is we have to provide the full path. Understood? We have to provide the full path. C drive, colon, slash, desktop, whatever. We have to provide the proper full path. There is one more possibility actually, that image may be out of your computer. If something is there out of your computer, means in the internet. Understood? In some other system, from other system, means from the internet. If you want to get it, we have to provide the here full URL of that image. Means first you need to copy that URL of the image, and that we have to pass in the address source. Here, yeah, now we are going to see this. Okay, practically we are going to see this. But anyhow, in our case, the image is present in same folder, so I no need to worry about where it is, what path. I directly have to write the name of the file, but extension should be correct. What is the name of my file? Image file is pic2, whose type is JPG. So now simply write that. That's it. No need to worry about anything. Simply write over there pic2 dot JPG. That's it. Pic2 dot JPG. Clear? Save it. Okay. Not here. This is what, this is a text file. No, my web page is this one. That is, I am explaining you. That is different. Here, what we have to write, pic2 dot JPG. The type is JPG. Now save. Simply go to your file, web page one more time. Just reload it. Yeah. Now we are able to see that the image which is actually there in our local computer, now it is displayed on our browser or on our web page. Clear? So in this way, we generally add images to our web page. So what we use a special tag called img tag. Inside that src attribute we need to use, and inside that attribute we need to pass the address of the image which we actually wanted to add. But that image location might be, it might be present in the same folder as that of your web page, or maybe in some other folder of the web page, your computer. Sometimes maybe completely out of your computer. If it is in some other server, then you need to put that complete URL. Fine. Now I wanted to add one more image now this time, but with some other location. Okay, here some. Okay, there is one image called something house. Okay, some image is there. That image actually save. Okay, already in the pictures it is there. Okay, from this I want to add now. To do that, I have to first know the address of that. If you don't know the address, always go to that properties. There we can see location. Able to see location here, all of you. Location: C drive, users, Harsha, OneDrive, pictures. This is the location. Got it? In that, the file name is house. Just copy that path, whose type is PNG type. Remember that house. Now I have to provide that path. Understood or not? So this time the second image here. But see, system internally stores that address something like this slash, but that slash is actually backslash. Whatever you say, you see, this is backslash. This is called actual slash or forward slash. Clear? But whenever you see any address in the internet or anything on the address bar, we always see forward. Inside the computer, we see this file folder. See what I want to say here is this one. See address. How is the address? Normal slash. Sir, no. Understood. Forward slash will be there, but only system internally when it saves something, it has its own opposite thing. But when we are writing, we have to write properly. Path. Understood? Here the path will be this one only, but I have to write properly. I should not write a backslash. I have to write a forward slash. Fine. You can write normally, but I just changed it. Now, then what is the name of the file? House. Next, after pictures slash house dot. This time it is PNG type, and you no need to have this unnecessary. Fine. Save. Go to your web page again, browser. Just reload it. Yeah. See, page added. Not image added to the page. Yes or no? Yes. So in this way, we can able to add the images to our web page. So two things I have added, means two styles, so two locations. One is from the same folders, one is from the other folder. Got it? Let's say for example here, okay, the same folder I don't need to have, in the same folder I have only one picture called what? Pic2, because this image I am getting from pictures folder, right? Now this time what I want to do is just intentionally I'm keeping only name of the file house.png. Go to the browser. This is what got it, because if the location of the image is not present in the same folder, we must and should write full path. If you don't write, error. Error means that will not get displayed. See here, one icon is there, small icon. Able to see? You're able to see one icon in the place of, because I have written image tag, but the problem is that path wrong. That's why that icon came. That is called image broken icon. What that is called? Image broken icon, and this will come only when image fail to load. Maybe spelling error, maybe some drive error, drive name error, path error. The reason can be anything, but whenever image fail to load in your web page browser, then at that time instead of image you will be getting the small icon called image broken icon. Fine. Fine. But the thing is here, the learning point is that if it is outside of your folder, other folder, definitely you have to put the full path, else it will not get displayed. Clear? Now I will recorrect that one. Yeah, again I am writing this proper path, full path. Go there, reload this. Got that. Fine. This time I would like to add image from outside. Okay. Something just like that. I'm just searching some images. Actually, we have to think about this URL where it should be ended with .jpg. This is something different. Here they did not write a proper URL for this. This is different, but we want exactly that JPG something. Just to go, we can go there. You can have so many images. They have written so many things, but see at the ending, end. Forget about starting. Only look at the ending. What is that? JPG something, but it is also a file. You understood? That addresses you leave. You don't think about that much. Got it? Now just to copy the full path, control A you can say, and you can copy that full path. Now I want to add this image to my web page now. You understood? Link is that much big. That full URL I told you know URL always starts from HTTP. See if it is present in the same folder as that of your web page, just to file name. Other folder, full path. It is completely out of your computer, then write a full URL. Because that flag is not there in my computer, that is there in other internet. That I want to directly display in my web page. That is the task now. Got it? So now go to this. The tag will not change, same image tag only. Everything is same here. The only thing difference here is in the place of source, you'll be getting that source from the outside, right? So now I will just remove this in the place. I keep this one. Fine. That's it. Save. Just to go to your browser this time. Go to our original page. Yeah, this one, right? This is before reloading. We have only two images. Reload. Yeah. See the last one. Yes, we are able to add image from the internet or from completely out of your computer. Provided you have to write proper address. That's it. So in this way, we can able to add images to our web page. Fine, maybe different location, but keep one thing in your mind, how to add I told you, but in real time scenario whenever you are adding any images, you have to ensure that all images are yours. There will be copyright problems. Yes or no? Obviously. See, this is for practicing purpose. You are creating your website, web pages, and all. After creating, if you are doing anything real time, it will be visible to all the people. Right? At that time, whatever content you place in your site should be your content. Got it? So unless and until it is very, it's like free to use and all, then no problem. But there might be some images which are having some copyright issues. Understood? Clear. But how to add from the outside, I told. Fine. That's it. Now, if you look at this, the image first one fine, the last one fine. Actually, middle also fine, but the thing is, it's big. See, I'm having horizontal scroll bar also to see the image because whose size is big, too big. Because the problem is the original image is like that. That is the problem. See, uh, what is the image house, right? Normally, I'm opening in my this one. See, this is my image. You are able to see something. See, that's original size itself is big. That's the reason I am getting it as a bigger one. So why it is happening? Because by default image tag as the what I can say, like one characteristic, that is whatever the image we add to any web page through image tag, it will as it is. If the image is small, it will add with the same small size. If the image is too big, it will add as a big one. Got it? It will not adjust to your page. Automatic size means whatever may be the original size, the same size will be displayed on the web page. Clear? Now I don't want that. Means I want it to be my own size. When I'm adding to my web page, while displaying, I don't want this one in this much big. I want my own. Then yes, we can able to do. For that, we can actually take the help of the CSS. We can able to do that. Means we can resize the image with the help of CSS. But at this moment, we do not know CSS. Still, we can do. HTML provides us special attributes here for that. Those special attributes are related to image. Those attribute names are height and width. What are the attribute names? Simple. Height and width. Already in the image tag, we learned one attribute called SRC, whose purpose is to add the address. And this time we use two attributes. What are they? Height and width. And we have to provide that height and width values. We have to provide the values. Always attribute accept values in terms of double quotes. Whenever you write any attribute, we have to write attribute equal to symbol and then double quotes. So here also height and width attributes. Generally, to measure any height and width outside in our normal life, outside we talk about meter, something like meters, adds, or if it is too long, kilometer, something like that, right? But in the digital world, if you're talking about this, we talk about pixel. Digital one is your phone. If someone asks you what is your phone size, something like that, we don't say generally like 5 centimeter. We'll be saying something like 120, 480 by 720, something like that. You talk, TV also. I hope you got my point. So it will be in terms of pixel. So that's the reason here we have to mention pixel. Height and width attributes we have to use, and we have to mention the value in terms of pixel, number and pixel. Now go here. The problem is with the second image, right? Our problem is what? Only problem is with the second image, which is having a very big size, especially in terms of width. It is too big. Now I want to resize it. Fine. So now I am just writing something 800 pixel. I want something 800 pixel. Height okay for me, but I resize it to 400. I don't know how it will show. We will see that. Got it? Now save, and I can write to other two also, but no problem for me. Other two are okay for me. This one is too big. See, extra thing is you are getting this horizontal scroll bar to see the full image. Now simply reload the page. Yeah, now observe. Got it? I got the image like medium, normal size. Fine. So this is about adding images to your web page. One thing you might have observed, I don't know, you might, whenever I talk about H1 or a paragraph or anything, I opened a tag and I close the tag. But when I talk about image, I did not close the tag. So image is a self-closing tag. Image is a self-closing tag. Because anyhow, we are not going to add anything open image, close image, right? Because we are attaching something to the image tag. See, it's not like open P, close P. In between, I write something, but here no concept of writing something here directly to that image. Only we are adding some extra image path, right? So it's like if you close also no problem, but usually people don't close O, especially for image, because it's automatically it's a self closing tag. Fine. One more important thing you might have observed that earlier the image came in the new line earlier, but now that image came in same line, right? If I write anything like see h1, right? Here my heading is very small, just one simple line is there, right? Here where, yeah, here one simple line, right? Next if I write anything in the next element, this is one h1 element, right? Yes or no? Yes. So now one H1 completed. Next I am going to write one paragraph. Okay. R1, some other H2 or whatever it is. Okay, I'm writing paragraph. Save. Go to browser. Reload. Aware that started in the new line because it's a new element. One element finished. Next I am writing another element. By default, new elements will start in the new line. But here image finished here for this one. Next I started one more image, but it is not coming in the new line. Earlier came leave out it, but now it is not coming in the new line. Earlier why it came? Only because that space is not enough. Earlier image came in the new line, the reason was the space was not enough to its width, that's why it came in the new line. But this time it is directly coming in the same line. Means in HTML generally we have two types of elements, guys. Here the complete category of all the elements whatever it is present in the HTML, all can be categorized into two ways. What are they? Block level elements. One category is block level elements, and in this category the examples are, understood, all headings and paragraph, these are block level. Means if you have an element, after that if you start new element, by default it will start in the new line. Clear? Even though space is available. Why I am telling space available? Because see, that add to image is very small text. This can come beside, but it will not. Why? Because that is another element. Directly it starts in the new line. You understood what I am talking? Here this is very small text. No, after that this also can be here, but it will not. Why? Because it's a new element. So by default in block level elements category, any new element is created after one element, then immediately starts in the new line. This is one category, no? I told there, but there is another category of elements also available in the HTML, that is called Other category is called inline elements. So in this category of inline elements, we have something like images. Not only images, in the future we have two three, at that time we see. Fine. Uh, there what happens is, if one element finished, if you start another element, by default that element will not start in the new line. That always try to occupy the space available to the right side. If the space is not enough, then only it moves to the next line. Got it? That's it. Two categories of elements. Now, yeah, here output. Yeah, here two things are coming in one line. Next image is coming in the new line, right? That is what usually happening here. Earlier, three things came in three different lines. Now, what I will do is I will resize it furthermore. Means I will reduce its width. Still, I am reducing. Now, I kept it 400 pixel width only. Now see what is happening. All three are coming in the same line because enough space is there. Then obviously it will come. Space is not there. Then only it will move to the next line, new line. Got it? But I want the images like this only. Size I don't want bigger. But I want the image to be next line. Then especially or explicitly we have to write the break tag. Understood? Explicitly we have to write the break tag. Got it, Harsh? So after one image, here one image finished, right? After this I am writing the break tag. We are now go to the output, just reload it. Now see, they are coming in the new line. I have written only after first image, that's why it is coming. Next to two images, again they are in the same. Here see, immediately after this yellow color, black color started because they came just in the new line. No, I want more space. Means more line space I want. Yes, there is no compulsion that you have to use only one break tag. You can use multiple break tags also. One break tag will give you one line space. Another break tag, one more line extra. Clear? Save. Go to the browser. See, this already attached, earlier. But now see, you will be seeing this space. Got it? Like that, as per your demand, as per the situation, as per your requirement, you can able to adjust those things. Fine. But these things are like temporary. Why I'm telling temporary? Because using this break to give the spaces vertical space only, right? To give that vertical space using break, only sometimes we use, but in real time we use css. In the css we have margins, generally margins, right? Spaces and all. At that time, not only from the top, from left side also you can give the space. See, if I want more space, I will give one more break tag. But if I want space from left side, now I cannot give. You understood, right? That I can do with margins using CSS. But these are like temporary. Few adjustments we can able to do here. Fine. So that's it. This is about adding images, and next is resizing the image. By default, images are always added with original size. If you want to resize them, use height and width attributes and provide the values in terms of pixel. Fine. Whenever we write a wrong address or wrong path name, then spelling wrong anything, then what happen, image will not be displayed. In the place of image, what will happen, that a small image broken icon will be displayed. Okay, let's say example here, I am writing wrong image name, wrong, actually it is pic2, but I am writing pic22. Obviously it will not display. Yeah, and I did not set any height and width, that's why this one is going up. If I already set height and width, that will be fixed, but no image will be there. You understood what I am talking? See here, for this also, if I set some height and width, then what happens is wrong image, but still that space will be there. Box. This is what I am talking. Got it? Means image is not displayed, but that space is still dedicated. Understood, side? Yeah. So now, but you are able to see that icon image is broken. Now, which image is missed? That pic to image missed, right? That pic to image missed. Assume this is house image, this is flag image, that is pic to image. How many images are there in my web page right now? Total three. Okay, one is missed, but total how many images I added? Three. Now you can directly say which image is missed means pick two. If I miss the last one, then you will directly say flag is missed, or you will say house is missed, right? In real time scenario, in any web page and all, it need not be only two or three web page images. It can be 20 images also, 10 images also, right? Happens or not in one website or web page you are talking. When you're scrolling, you might have several images, so many images. At that time, if I miss image like this, not one, four, five images if I miss, if I look at that, can we directly say which image missing? No. Means I have to cross check again in my total website how many images I actually added web pages and what are the images came, what image might be missed. You have to do some calculations and all. You understood my point here? So the thing is here, whenever image fail to load in the browser, then what happens? One icon, image broken icon will be displayed in that. In that place, instead of image, that icon came. But if you have multiple images fail to load, at that time, it will be a difficult task to recognize which image is getting missed. Understood? Difficult if you have multiple images and those images have missed to display. At that time, it will be obviously difficult task to see or recognize the image which is actually getting missed. For that reason, in HTML or in especially in the images, we have a special attribute is there. You can write normally, enter, you can write how many attributes you want, you can able to write. Okay, I already have src height width. Now I want to add one more extra. That attribute name is alternate name. The spelling is like alt. We have to write. Fine. Alt. What I have written, name you can write anything. Spaces you can write anything. It's like a name, normal name, like a text you can write. Value is like a text you can write anything. What I have written there, pick to image. Now just to go there. Now this is before earlier. Now you understood. Now if I miss four five images also, I can directly can see mango image or apple image. So that okay, apple is missed. I will check with apple. Any spelling error for apple, then I will recorrect. That's it. So that it's not like zigzag. So many images missed. Which image? What is that? Fourth image, sixth image. I don't need to remember like this. Fine. That is what ALT attribute will do. And the advantage of this attribute is like, see, not only for this, I'm going to write the ALT for other images as well. Fine. Here, I'm writing the name as house image, and we do have the last here. Here also, yeah, flag image, right? Yeah, it's a flag image. Now save. Go to your browser. Yeah. So you can write later. Just listen. Yeah. Reload. See. Observe. Do we see any name here? No. That is the usage of ALT attribute. Means whenever your image actually failed, at that time to recognize that image, we gave an alternate name to our image so that it is visible. When it is already image is visible, no problem. I mean, it's not required at all. Understood, Harsh? See, it's like okay, with some real-time example I can tell so that you can understand. It's completely non-related, unrelated, but you can relate it. Uh, in vehicles, especially the four wheelers and something like that, we have some stepney, wheel, stepney tire or stepney wheel will be there. We usually carry that, right? Uh, Whenever we go outside, we use that, but we use only some special case. Only if the tire gets flat, punctured, and at that time only we use. Now you understand. But it is there. It is there, but you will use only when it is required. Got it? The same way ALT attribute, if you write for any images inside internally, it is there, but it is not visible outside. It is visible only in the case if the image fail to load. Got it? Now see, I'll make the change. Here I will write now correct only. Okay, correct address path I am writing properly. Name. Now see, all images came. That's why you don't see any alternate ALT name is not there. Now. Intentionally I'm writing the path wrong now. Actually it is a C drive, but I'm writing D. There is no D, that's why it should throw error. Understood? No, got it. What I'm saying. Got it? So at this time, what happened? The image failed to load. The second image is failed actually. That's why you're able to see in that second image place. That image name is coming. Fine. So that is what your attribute called ALT attribute, or the what I say, the purpose of ALT attribute. So what is the purpose? Whenever image fail to load in the web browser, at that time, usually we get some image broken icon, but we don't know which images are missing. Just to recognize the images which are missing, we use ALT attribute. Fine. This is one usage. But other than this, we have one more usage also. But this utility or usage is not for normal people, not for all. This is for the special people like who are visually challenged, who can't see. Right? There will be people who cannot see the world. But those people also visit the websites. I don't know whether you know it or not. Those people also visit the website. But how they do is there will be one software called screen recorders. Screen readers, not record screen readers. Right? They will use screen reader software, and they will use that headset. They will connect it to that, so that if they open any site, then they can able to listen to the site, as they can't see the site, but they can listen to the site. At that time, all the settings and all the things they can able to. But when it comes to image, nothing will be there. So in that time, if you put any alternate name to any image, they can see that image with that name. They can listen. See means they can listen. Got it? So this our ALT attribute has two uses or utilities. There one is, if whenever image is getting display, getting failed to display, whenever it is not displaying, to recognize which is missing. The other usage is for the people, special people who can't see the website. Whenever they are reading the website through any screen reader softwares, at that time it will be useful for them. Fine. So this is about your what we say, images completely. How to add images to our web pages. This one. Fine. And while adding the image, as I told you already, a few things we have to keep in our mind, that the name of the image, whenever you keep, we have to write proper name, and the extension should be proper. See, if the image may be looking good and all, you are suddenly writing same name, you will be looking image name only. Image looks like house, but house.jpg if you write it, not at all it will work. Obviously, see. Okay, you're already have some problem, right? Just a minute. I'll show you. Now all are there, right? All are displayed, but I will write intentionally this one wrong. Drive wrong. If I write a drive wrong, second image will not be displayed, right? Now see, go to the first image. Here I am writing the uh, path, everything correct only, pick two only. But I am writing my extension wrong. Actually, it is a JPG type, but I am writing PNG. Absolutely, if you do this also, it will not get displayed. Because those two formats are absolutely different formats. So that is what you have to keep in our mind. That is what I am telling. Fine. Just by looking at the name of the image, just like we can't say, see, only by looking at this name called pic2, without looking at that side type, if you directly go pic2.png, if you think most of the files might be png type, it will not work. You have to check actual type of the file. Fine. So that's it. This is about your images concept. So whenever we talk about images, that is other kind of content which we can generally add to our web page. In that, if you want to add images to your web page at any time, you can. I mean, any time means at any place you want, you can able to add. You have some text. After that, you want some immediately one image. Yes. Then again you have some links or some other text. Again you want to add image one more time. Yes. Means wherever the place you wanted to add, yes, we can able to add the image. To do that, simply we have to use img, image tag. In that, source is the main attribute, primary attribute. In that, what we have to pass, the path or address of the image which actually we want to display. That we need to pass. And that image location may be present in the same folder your web page you want to add, right? your web page and your image may be same folder, or your image may not be present in the same folder as that of web page, that may be other folder of your computer. Then provide some full path which starts from the drive, d or e or something slash everything we have to write. Next is, whenever your image is completely out of your computer, it is somewhere else in the other server, like in the internet, then get that image address properly in the address bar with the full URL. Fine, that copy the URL and then we can pass it. Next, by default images are always added with the original size. Default size, original size. You don't want that original size, you want to change your own size. Yes, we can able to do that. So we can, means technically this activity is called resizing. Changing the sizes is like resizing. This resizing activity we can do with the help of two special attributes called height and width, without depending on the css. That is one. Usually using css we do something, but without depending on the css we can still do that. That is with the help of height and width attributes. Whatever the values we write for the height and width, we always have to put in terms of pixel. Next is, by default images always will not come in the new line. Actually images are self-closing tags, fine. And by default images means a new image will not directly start from the new line. There is no guarantee that every new image will start in the new line. Some may not. Why? Because these are special, like there are two categories, inline and block level elements. Images falls into inline category. If you have new image, it directly will not go to new line, it will try to occupy the space available to the right side. Only it will go to the new line only in the case if the space is not enough or not available. Got it? But it always it tries to occupy the space only right side only. If it is not available, then only it will move to the new line. But the same is the case is not works for block level. Block level are something where by default if you are done with one element, if you write a new element, default it will start in the new line. Every element you take in this complete html or complete web page, they would follow either one of this category. That may be a block level element or that could be a inline element. In block level already we know h1 h2 paragraph as of now. In future you will see one or two extra elements into that category, fine. uh, Now in the inline we have, as of now we have known only this image, but in the future you will see two three things. Fine. Yeah. So these are about your image. And one more thing extra, just now we have learned that if you want to provide any alternate name to your image using one special attribute, what is that attribute? ALT attribute, we can able to achieve it. And this will display only in the case if your image fail to load. Normally it will not display. That is one use, like whenever your image fail to load, to recognize which is missing, we use this. And other usages for the special people for whenever they don't see the website, whenever they are reading the website through any software at that time, if you don't provide any alternate name, they can't listen anything. In that image place nothing, blank, then again text will they can listen. But in between, if some image is there, if you write one alternate name to that, they can listen to that name. These are the usage of alternate. Fine. So that's it for images. So in the next session, we'll be talking, okay, about some other content. First, I want you to get that pace, like habituated to your creation of web pages, adding the content. So next we can little bit up the pace. Like the next sessions, we do add like links, tables, lists, such things will be adding in the next session. Fine. Okay. And one more thing, and whatever the things we added today, means whatever I told and whatever I explained, whatever I practically implemented, I want you guys to do the same at your home with your computer. I want you to do that. So if you guys are classroom, you can do here, and you can after finishing you can leave. Fine. Online people who are attended, they can do the same at their premises. Fine. Okay, then we will see rest of the things in our next session, guys.